Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
I'd like to share a few points about the initiatives that we've taken at SRM. These days, the buzzword is liberal arts education, and every other university is actually trying to make sure that there's a liberal arts kind of a program in every university, and it's like the most trending kind of a thing. And of course, the national education policy to a certain extent made education itself as a liberal framework. I think there is one more intervention that is needed, which is the universal human values education. And just like the world over people talk about liberal arts education, one day I think the universal human values education system should, the people all over the world should be talking about this, because the liberal education has limitations. As a curriculum policy, much of what we teach in the inaugural session, Professor Yogesh was talking about how we are actually teaching selfishness in a certain way, and through all the programs it's mostly materialism and nobody is talking about self. And that's where we have come up with a model, and it's a working model all across this country, and it is making change. And all the educators who have gathered here are concerned about students, and that's why we are here. And we want to make this impact in the lives of our students so that they become the citizens that we are actually making them to be. Now the fundamental thing is, while we think about universal human values as an engine of transformation, it's important that we should also understand what is happening to students. Students currently are, they have access to all types of substances. It's quite accessible everywhere. They have access to content that is actually not so good on their mobile devices. They're continuously on mobile devices. And through all of these platforms, they are also getting educated in a certain way. Okay, we are competing against those systems which are non-linear educational systems through linear methods. So we should understand how do we actually counter the bad influences of the substance abuse and the content on the mobile devices and things like that. Because no matter how best we devise the curriculum, no matter how well we make sure that our students actually practice the values, we have these formidable enemies in a certain way. We have to realize that, and we should devise strategies so that the entire program has certain meaning for our students, and that's the challenge that I thought I share. And then more such forums, actually we should basically debate about these issues as to how universal human values education system is going to be the answer, or maybe a better alternative than liberal arts education, or how universal human values education is going to be an education system that actually counters much of the bad influences that are that we are faced with today. I think those should be our debate points, and we should have conferences on that as we go along, I guess. And our program is a very small, minor program. Right now there are about 60 students, but we are going to expand it quite rapidly. And we are moving to value-based education soon. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Namaskar.